Let's talk about a word you probably think you know, modesty. But what if there's a whole hidden story behind it? A story about cultural identity, physical well-being, and even personal power. Seriously, it might just change the way you look at your own closet.
When I say that word, modesty, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For a lot of us, it's probably something kind of old-fashioned, maybe a little restrictive, or, let's be honest, maybe even a bit dull. But what if that's just a tiny piece of a much, much more interesting puzzle?
Because as it turns out, what most of us think of as modesty, it barely scratches the surface. We're about to dive into its hidden depths.
Okay, so right away this idea kind of flips the script. Instead of being some personal limitation, what if modesty is actually a positive social force? A respectful phenomenon, something that connects us all to a much bigger picture?
So, let's work with a brand new definition for a second. Modesty isn't just about covering up. It's this complex idea that weaves together culture, society, our spiritual side, and yep, even our health. And it shows up not just in how we look, but in how we act, too.
First up, let's look at how modesty can act like this powerful, unspoken language, a shared code within a community.
You see, this isn't about hiding yourself away. It's about participating. Choosing to dress a certain way can be a signal that you get it, that you respect the shared values of your community. It's like saying, hey, I'm a part of this story, and I honor it. And you see this in practice all over the globe. I mean, in Maori culture, for example, individual actions reflect on the whole group, so modesty upholds everyone's honor. Or in India, it's historically been a key part of respectful social interactions. These aren't just old rules, they're living, breathing parts of a culture.
All right, next up is a connection that might really surprise you. This is where modesty meets, believe it or not, self-care.
The clothes we wear can have a direct physical impact on our bodies. I mean, we've all worn something too tight, right? It's not just uncomfortable, it can actually lead to things like nerve compression or mess with your posture. On the flip side, the right supportive clothes can actually improve your motor function and protect your body. Being mindful of how our clothes fit is, well, a pretty fundamental part of our well-being.
And this becomes absolutely critical when you think about reproductive health. You know, medical professionals often advise against really tight clothing during pregnancy to avoid discomfort and other issues. It's a super clear case where choosing health and comfort isn't just a modest choice, it's the smartest one.
Now, moving beyond the physical, for millions of people, modesty isn't some external rule they have to follow. It's more like an internal compass.
In this context, the choice to dress modestly is deeply, deeply personal. It's all about aligning your outer self with an inner sense of dignity, purity, and integrity. It's a way to find a sense of who you are that goes way deeper than just your physical body. And we see this principle woven through so many of the world's major faiths. In Islam, it's a core concept of dignity for everyone. In Christianity and Judaism, specific ways of dressing can be a really powerful expression of spiritual devotion. In every case, what you see on the outside is a reflection of a powerful inner identity.
So the big question is, how does all of this fit in with modern style? You might think they're total opposites, but the reality is way more interesting.
This might be the biggest takeaway of all. The idea that you have to choose between being modest and being stylish, it's a total myth. They're not mutually exclusive. In fact, where they meet can be incredibly powerful.
You know, when these two ideas, modesty and fashion, work together, the result is, well, profoundly positive. The research actually calls it psychological and satisfactory human behavior. In plain English, it's about finding a sense of peace and true satisfaction in how you present yourself to the world. It just feels right.
So this completely reframes the whole idea, doesn't it? Choosing to dress with modesty today isn't about giving something up. It's an empowered, conscious decision to make fashion work for you, for your values, for your comfort, and for your true sense of self. And that really just leaves us with one final thought. We've seen that modesty can be a language of respect, a tool for our own well-being, and an expression of our deepest identity. It is so much more than what it seems on the surface. So the question to take with you is this. When you look at your own closet, at your own choices, how can your clothes empower you?